So here we go then everybody, welcome to game day, and we're arrived at Loftus Road. It was a palaver getting here, but we've arrived. Of course Town are still unbeaten after their first two games of the season. QPR are up next for Town, and we're going to get the thoughts from the KO Army as ever. The team news has just dropped, as I've just arrived, got the team sheet, and it's unchanged for Town, because why would you change a team? So let's get right into it, let's see how Town get on. I'll give you my pitch side view in a second, because I'm currently just found a spot, did the intro. Let's go, the players are warming up behind me. Let's do this. There is building here at Loftus Road. I've got my pitch side view. Let's get some snaps and their time. The half-time update. Let's go. Okay then, half-time update time, and it's goalless here at Loftus Road. QPR though, we've been very close to scoring. Sinclair Armstrong basically hit the post again, and hit the post again. It was a frantic last 10-15 minutes. Let's see how we get on in the second half. Let's go. Well, you may hear in the background, but Town are still top of the league, and they've just beaten QPR 1-0. Connor Chaplin scoring the goal. I'm here with Bloomers. I predicted it right, by the way. Predicted it right.
You did 1-0 Chaplin, did you?
1-0, scrappy last minute.
Yeah,
I'll take it. That was not the prettiest of games, but thoughts on that before we get to the nuts and bolts of it all?
No, I think the best way I can describe it is there's a phrase that's used in American football called burn the tape. So basically, burn the tape just means you've gone away with it, but you just carry on, and like that man just did. You just carry on like he just did, and you forget about it at the end, which is what we're going to do here, because we're not going to do another take. I refuse to do another take. We're carrying on with this. Burn the tape. These things happen. Look, at the end of the day, we got away with it. It was a pretty bad performance, but we got the win at the end, and we dug in. It was a hard game, really tight, compact ground. And QPR didn't make it easy. They played really well for them within themselves. Ainsworth set them up right. You can hold the microphone again now.
It feels weird.
We kept going. We kept plugging away. Would a draw have been the right result? Probably. I mean, I think we only had one shot on target the whole game. That was the goal. So you take it and you move on. We're going to have easier games than that this season, I think. We're certainly going to have harder games than that as well. But delighted with the win. There's a few little tweaks I'd say, but I'll say that in a minute. But yeah, what do you reckon? Is that a good summary?
Yeah, I think so. We need security guards, don't we? We need someone here to stop people. But of course, it's a busy road. This.
Liam from crew. He's in the background there. You stand there.
Stand right here, please. Right. This is live.
Carry on. Right. Go.
Somewhat live. Well then, let's talk about the first half. QPR had a massive chance where it hit the post.
Yeah, funny story. So where we were sitting, when I say we, me, Liam from crew and a few others, we were sort of to the right of the post when you're going to be looking at it on the TV later. And when it came towards goal, I just turned away and I saw it hit the post. I just assumed it hit the inside of the post and went in. And 3 seconds later, I sort of turned to Liam and was like, what the hell just happened? And apparently, it hit both posts and came out again. So massive let off. But at the end of the day, bit of luck, we got it. Great. We're probably not going to get some luck in other games. We took advantage of the luck we got this time round because we went on to win the game 1-0. So I think that's all you can say, really. Poor old Wolfie had a bit of a
once again, slide at the back, clean sheet. But there was a few moments running up for Wolfie where
No, there was. I think say Cladkey got another clean sheet. He was very good at claiming crosses, I thought, today. I was very impressed with that. The one thing I did point out during the game, and me and Liam had a gentleman's disagreement about it.
Is Liam in the shot here now, Regan?
He is now.
Let's get Liam in the shot. He was our security guard.
Yes, Liam will have a full-on interview in a minute, so stay tuned for that.
So just move a tiny bit there, Liam. But yeah, he's just our security guards. But Bloomers, where were we?
So the one person I wasn't very impressed with today was Wes Burns. It's been 3 games so far. He's been okay. I do feel like it's so harsh to say this because we're top of the league, we won 3 games. We're crying out for new signings. Sorry, some of us are crying out for new signings, and I think some people can go over the top a bit with that. But I think when you look at what Lee Davis brings on one wing and then what Wes Burns does on another, and when Wes Burns has an off day, those things get amplified. And I feel bad for him. We've won 3 games in a row. How much can you really badly say about him? But it wasn't his finest hour, and I do kind of worry that might sort of not cost us games, but it might be the difference in a few games' time. But look, it's not a day to be talking about that, really. I mean, I was going to be on a bit more of a diatribe about it if we'd have drawn, but look, we won, and we were sitting here, or standing outside Portman Road, rather, after a few games last season, being like, we won that, shouldn't have won it, but we did. The Port Vale game springs to mind.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, if you're a bad side and you win games, that's a good habit to have, so... Yeah, roll on the next game. Roll on Leeds on Saturday. They're a bit of a basket case at the moment. You know they're going to be up for it, though. we'll be up for it. I think every team now is going to be sold out when they come into Portman Road, our ground. So should be another good atmosphere, and we'll go on from there. And look, we're 3 from 3 and we're top of the league. So I live here, and I'm going to go in to the local pubs after the game. I don't have to go home very far now. I'm going to have a few drinks and have a good night. So yeah, fantastic stuff.
Liam from Crew, you made a cameo on Bloomer's interview, but this is your time to shine, your moment to discuss the game. 1-0 Town, Connor Chaplin, baby, with your first championship goal for Town. Thoughts on that one?
Only good thing that happened, wasn't it? It was a tough watch. First half was horrendous. They always say about teams that win when they're not playing well. It's a sign of a good team. So let's hope that is the sign.
Sorry, on your track. Regan, just come a bit closer if you can. Oh, yeah, Regan, move. I'm joking. What are you saying?
Yeah. It's
so many people walking about, and I don't want people walking through the camera.
It's a sign of a good team when they win and don't play well, and I'm hoping that is that sign today, because we definitely didn't play well. I don't think QPR had a lot either, to be honest. I mean, that one chance that they had that hit both posts, which I was the only one that saw, by the way. Everyone else looked away after it hit the fur, thought it had gone in, and I was the only person that actually went, oh, it hit both posts, came out. That came from a mistake. So there was nothing in the game that worried me where they created anything where I thought, ooh, we're in trouble here. It all came from ourselves. As Bloomer said originally, Wolfie had a bit of a rick in the first half where it's just his usual language style where he's so laid back he could fall over at times. And he went to try and clear that ball and completely just missed it and nearly got us into trouble. But overall, we didn't look troubled, but going forward, it just didn't click today. And I think that's largely due to where we're playing. I think it's a tight ground, and when they come to Portman Road, they're going to find it harder to defend like that, because there's more space for us to exploit, whereas today the game plan would absolutely work in being very tight and compact. You could see that from the very beginning they were sitting deep and they were asking us to probe. I didn't think the number 10s got into the game at all. Broadhead did nothing all game until the goal. Chaplin hadn't really had much of an influence. As Bloomer said, Burns was absolutely dire. I don't know if he felt because it was a tight ground he had no room to run at anyone, but every time he got the ball, he didn't run anywhere. He just decided to knock it back. And I mean, first half, too many passes going backwards, too slow, and it just played into QPR's hands and just made it an absolute ball fest. Yeah. But we got the win, and that's...
Let's talk about Connor Chaplin's goal, because it's a trademark Connor Chaplin goal, really. Gets blocked originally, and he's there, composes himself, adjusts himself, and then boom, back of the net, and wild celebrations, here we are.
Yeah, he is a poacher, and he gets himself into those positions. Like the little jig celebration as he was running behind the net.
Yeah, he does.
But that was the only thing he did all game, really. But then they nullified our number 10, so I don't know how much you can say that those two players, it was their fault that they couldn't. I think they were marked out of the game very well, and they couldn't have an influence. But when you need him, he popped up, got the goal, and sometimes that's all you need in games like this. People were talking about, oh, we should spank QPR, but a win's a win. 3 points.
Looking over our shoulder, Connor Chaplin is over there. The goal scorer, just chilling with some Town fans. Love that. Anyway, final notes. Burke Bakai's there. Everyone's out. Everyone's just having a little wander. Get on, GAMEDAY. Burke, you fancy it? Mike O'Leary, Mark Ashton's over there. Thanks, Liam. That's it.
Cheers.
Me and Wazza just leaning as we end game day. Wazza, 3 wins, 9 points, top of the league. Thoughts on that?
Pretty rubbish game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great.
It was a pretty low quality game. Yeah. Ainsworth football did what it did.
Yes.
And as Ipswich have developed a bit of a habit of doing, come out on top of it, haven't we? So my throat's gone, as per usual. I was a bit ill coming into it, so this hasn't helped.
Is it catching?
Nah, I'll be fine.
Okay.
But yeah, job done. And obviously buzzing for Chappers to get off the mark as well. Felt like a bit of a comedy of errors for the goal, and it just seemed to sort of end up at him. And
Poacher.
Where you want him, innit? Yeah, where you want him. Job done. Thought we came out better side first 20, 25 minutes. Yeah. Let QPR back into it. Maybe should have scored while we were on top. But then second half, thought, it's hard to say. It wasn't all town, really, I would say. I mean, when there was the goal, obviously there was a bit of reaction. They started to sort of commit a few more men forward. But for the most part, whilst, we didn't put many goals past them, I'd say we did control the game quite well, and we did a good job of closing it out once that dreaded added time went up.
Yeah, you always worry it's going to be more and more at a time, but thankfully not. Shall we talk about some players in particular? Anybody you want to sort of... We've already had some people... I know you're a Wes Burns fan, but there's some
I didn't think he was good today.
Yeah,
I felt there was a sort of... I don't know if it was a lack of desire to get past his man, but, when Morsey and Luongo were getting on the ball, I just felt that if he'd made a run into the old channel and got past his fullback, then that space was open for him to bomb into, and it just never seemed to happen. But, let's not dwell on the negatives too much, because we're 3 wins from 3. George Hurst has run himself into the ground today. Didn't get his goal, but we know from George that he does offer more than just goal scoring, doesn't he? So he's run his socks off, and when he got subbed off for Ladapo, I felt we could barely walk off the pitch, to be fair. Thought the referee had a weird old game again, as is seeming.
Hurst should have maybe had a penalty.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm honest, I felt like they had one up the other end that obviously I don't have a great view of in that away end, so I'm wondering if the refs just balanced them out. But Hurst was fantastic today. When you come away from home and you've got a keeper who is quality in Begovic, you just wanted him to press, and he just ran himself in the ground, didn't he? So absolutely brilliant. And of course, Sam Morsey and Luongo did keep things ticking over, as we've come to expect at this point. There was some times when Morsey wriggled away from his man, and I just thought, bloody hell, how have you got away from him? It's always heart in mouth, but he always seemed to come away with it. So, look, job done. On to the next one. And if you'd have told me that would have been 3 wins from 3 at the start of the season, I've bitten your hand off. So, long may it continue.
Yes, man. Leeds up next. Are we going to keep Leeds, and the rest? You know the rest. But Wazza, thanks for joining me. Final words as we end another game day. Where shout out to the stewards who walked through the camera lens while doing these interviews. Thankfully, not right now. Oh wait, no, he's not doing it.
He's all right.
Final words.
It's got to be the traditional, isn't it? Up the town.
Up the town. Thanks for watching Game Day. Bye bye for now.